Jackie, can you tell us what your role is with Muscular Dystrophy UK?
Well, I'm really privileged and proud to chair the cross-party group on muscular dystrophy in the Scottish Parliament. We have some robust debates and discussions there about how we need to improve services for people with muscular dystrophy, how we need to improve access to medicine, respite services, you name it. There is no subject that isn't on the agenda for us. And we have been known to be troublesome to government. And I think, we have a great relationship where, my view is we should be there pushing, making sure that people with muscular dystrophy have their voices heard in the Scottish Parliament. If you take one example of respite services, we had a petition from a young adult, Robert Watson, that went before the Parliament. We then took that to a debate right in the parliamentary chamber, and as a result, we're expecting government action by the end of the year. Now, that's really progress, and I'm delighted that we have that opportunity to make sure people's voices are heard.
Tell us a little bit about the conference today and why you think it's important that we're having such a conference.
Well, the conference has been tremendous. It brings together people from across Scotland that are involved in some aspect of muscular dystrophy. It brings together the young men who are suffering from it as well. And we heard earlier from Kyle, who I think gave the best speech of the day, where he talked about transitions. And transitions are really hard for agencies to get right. I loved his attitude that said in 3 out of 4 areas it worked, but in that fourth area, perhaps we needed to give people a bit of a kick up the backside. He's talking my kind of language, because we should be getting this right. At the moment, we're failing too many people because the services just aren't subtle enough or sensitive enough to actually deal with their needs. So conferences like the one we're seeing today actually give people information, but also confidence to go back and argue their own case.
And finally, Jackie, tell us a little bit about Translana and your view on the cases with Translana that's happening at the moment.
Well, I am so pleased because access to medicines is a key area for Muscular Dystrophy UK and for all of us too. The first child, not just in Scotland, but indeed across the UK, to get Translana will be from NHS Lothian, which is tremendous news. What we need to ensure is that this isn't just a one-off, that this becomes the mainstream behaviour of the NHS in Scotland and indeed across the UK, because it will give so much hope to families of young people who have a diagnosis of muscular dystrophy. So I would urge the Scottish Medicines Consortium and NICE to really think carefully about this and make this accessible to the mainstream NHS.